England. And who by the sweeper? Who by the keeper? Who by almost? Who by the post? I don't want to drag this negativity into the tournament for your fans, but does that mean that the Lions are destined to receive another kick in the teeth? And look, it doesn't have to be a tiny country again. I think a tribe will do. And look, perhaps we should be more sympathetic. They had very rough year this year. In the world of politics, they lost this very prominent figure. And afterwards, any excuse is a fair game. Bad weather, bad teeth, or rather broken teeth because of that kicking, bad luck, bad times, and therefore it didn't take too long for I found out what people mean by England down and out. Ah, 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 ah. Belgium. Who in extra time, who in very prime, who by biased pick, who by selfish freak. They are probably the team with the best and most talented players in the tournament. But you know what could be their soft underbelly? Ability to blend. What happens if you mix the best chocolate in the world, the best waffles in the world, and best beer in the world? Netherlands. Who by the crossbar, who by an aging star, who by kicking the wall, who by handball. You kicked yourself in the foot. Even if you win the trophy, how on earth are you going to receive it? Listen, better luck next time. Come up at least with more meaningful name like Holland. France. Yes, you have very flamboyant style of game. Like you don't regret anything, no luggage whatsoever. And no wonder that your manager during the training sessions that you have plays this uplifting song. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. But what if during the training session another tune is played just to alternate a bit? Imagine. I mean Imagine by Lennon, but with a little bit twisted lyrics. Imagine there is your country to kill and die for. And the French may go for it, as they are known to be good collaborators, especially with the opposite side of things. So do I see walkover in the cards? Est-ce que tu n'existes pas? Dis-moi au revoir. Argentina. Who in an empty net? Who in the bar project? Who by clean sheet? Who by tiki-taka speed? You probably know better than anybody that it takes two to tango. And even the goalkeeper needs a pair these days. So either you get one player, one teammate that gets red card, but that might be messy. And look, you have several alternatives here. You can argue or convince FIFA to change the rules and have 10 or a dozen players, even numbers. Also, your compatriot, he is an ace in the pocket, I would say, because he could argue that there were dozen of apostles. And look, not everything is lost. When you think about three entities such as FIFA, the Vatican, and Argentina, what comes to mind? What's the common denominator there? And I know it's a bit too late now, so it won't happen this tournament. Good luck next time. Spain. Who by deflated ball, who by offside goal, and who shall I say is falling? They hosted the tournament 4 decades ago and they haven't achieved anything. To be fair, the games were played at the siesta time, okay? Hey Larry, what times they play this tournament? What time of the day? Which? Paella time? Oh, adios España. Germany. Who by desert storm, who by the dip of the form, and who shall I say is falling? Germany, always reliable. It has this almost militaristic drill, discipline, following the orders. It's not probably shocking to find out that many soccer terms have military connotations. For example, attack, defense, strategy, casualty, and maybe the German team can be softened down a bit. And I hear that the German coach plays Bavarian Papa tunes to his players during the training sessions, which is still better than playing the other Bavarian tunes from a century ago or so. Playing a different song during their training session may change their attitude. I think imagine, but without twisting the lyrics, could be a good approach, and it cannot be delivered just in natural way. The German people probably, the German team probably needs somebody that they can relate to, like in this format, for example. Unterrichten nicht, unter sichen Licht, unter Recht, unter Sicht, unter Achen machen sicherlichen nicht. Wursteren, Wursteren, Wursteren. Oh, auf Wiedersehen. Brazil. Who by penalty kick, who by dirty trick. The only way to repeat the success from the past is through the marriage with your overlords, Portugal. And Portugal, you know the drill. But the bigger question, if you go for it, is are your macho men in Speedos are willing to accept the new name? Now, since the big shots are not going to win this tournament...
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum.
You wonder who I think is going to win this World Cup. And look, I'm a bit biased. I usually watch the soccer games with Jesus. We both have Canadian citizenship, and I have also Polish citizenship, and he has Mexican citizenship. So we are hoping that these three countries, these three teams, will go deep into the tournament. And look, as a Polish citizen, I can be sometimes delusional, okay? In fact, my level of being delusional ranks somewhere in between soccer game commentators and Polish military leaders. That does not mean that the Polish military has not achieved any significant military victories in the last 100 years. For example, okay, but they have some successful missions 2 decades ago, although you call them probably today as special operations, when they went to the Middle East for the very first time, again probably in hundreds of years, as an aggressor, an occupier, terrorizing local populations. And I just wonder by whom they got inspired. As to soccer game commentators, they are delusional because they still think they are living in the past. They still think that we are in the radio era, because anything they say on TV, we all see that.
Needed Mendy, now there's space for Mahrez, they've got a man over Foden. Mahrez might not need inside net. Quick layoff there by Jesus, on by De Bruyne. Phil Foden's in for a third! Oh, just wide. Zimar with the ball in, it's a good ball in as well, and it's just glanced wide by David.
They assume that we don't see anything, they have to say everything. Could they be a bit more creative, like these guys? On the other hand, it's perhaps refreshing to see somebody saying obvious things, and it takes integrity to do that. I'm not saying that their job should be obsolete, but what if, what if they trade places with the TV newsmen? For example, the heads of G7 met today in Zurich. They were discussing the energy crisis in Europe. Please join us tomorrow at the same time, and these are the news. Good night. Now imagine a newsman commenting on the soccer game. Whoa, what a shot! Messi, he delivered this incredible shot, but I don't think he's firing on all cylinders. This evening in Brussels, tiring him. And let's not forget about his outing yesterday when he went to one of the bars in downtown of Brussels, and he ordered beer, waffles, and chocolate. And perhaps that dude from Dude's Frame is right. Because you shouldn't blend those things. And also his quality of shooting is not there. I think his ex-girlfriend sits in the stadium somewhere, so this may affect also his reading of the game. Oh, I'm hearing also that they have CCTV cameras and footage from his outing yesterday. So that probably gives you a more complete picture of what we are observing.